All right, everybody. Just wanted to recap this morning's lesson. This is a little bit about the application of a buyer's journey. Janis, now explain a little bit about your business and put it in context. This is for the benefit of everybody that's working on the Internet Pop Machine program. But explain a little bit about what you're doing and how we're using this as a demonstration case so that people can learn from it.
Sure, Gary.
Okay.
My company, Personal Touch Green Home Cleaning, is focused on assisting realtors, clients, particularly sellers, to help them prepare their home properly for market so it sells fast and it sells at a good price.
Okay. So the motivations here, right? Because when you following the buyer's journey, the first thing you look for is motivations. So motivation number one is the real estate agent wants to sell the home fast.
Yeah.
Why do they want to sell it fast? Because the faster they sell the home, the faster they get paid, right? And you know, of course, the more likely it is they sell the home as opposed to going to MLS and another agent, whatever. So there's a whole bunch of motivations. If you read the book Freakonomics, it actually talks about the motivation. It gets in deeper, does some scientific analysis. They talk about wanting to get top dollar. However, their actions say otherwise. Real estate agents want to sell your house fast. And the way they told that is when they measured what a real estate agent sells their own home for, they actually take longer to sell their house and get more for it than any of their clients' homes. Right? So that's where science and analytics comes in and tells you what their real motivations are. So based on that, the buyer's journey for Janis is rather complicated. We're going to see if we can walk you through it. So this is worth following along, because then when you start seeing a buyer's journey for what it is, you go like, wow, okay, but then you understand what all the pieces are, why they fit together here. So the real estate agent, first of all, is the one that is motivated for selling the home faster. But who else is involved here?
Well, obviously the home sellers, they basically need instruction and direction, which they sometimes take and they sometimes don't from a realtor. Sometimes if we receive information from an outside source, particularly my kids would react and respond more to my friends, you know, making a request than myself. So to have a third party instructing them, I think is
so third party validation. Yes. Okay. So the homeowner, that's the other participant here. But what does the homeowner want?
The homeowner wants to sell for the most money they can possibly get.
Right. So their motivation is getting the most money. In their mind, their home is going to sell. They've got a deadline. Their home is going to sell. As long as it sells, they're okay. So they're not necessarily in the sell it fast mode. They're sell it high price. Okay. So armed with those two bits of information, here's what we're putting together for Janis. Okay. So Janis, you're going to a trade show.
Yes.
Right. And so this is not the only place that she can use this, because once the campaign is set up, it's set up and it'll just continue working. But at the trade show, we've got two cards set up. So the first card, this is the first part of the journey, because who's buying Janis's service?
The realtors.
No.
Well, the realtor's clients.
The realtor's
but
clients.
I reach the realtor's clients through the realtor.
Well, see, there you go, right? So the buyer's journey in her case involves several people. So Janis gets work from somebody selling their home. Somebody selling their home needs it cleaned, real estate clean. So they're going to go to somebody that specializes in that. But in order for Janis to get on their radar, because people don't know what they don't know, right? They don't know that they need their home real estate cleaned. So they're not going to wake up in the morning and go, I got to sell my home. Let's see who's out there that cleans homes for real estate. That they don't think that way.
No.
Not going to enter their thought of consciousness. So in order for Janis to get business from them, she has to get connected to the industry. And in order for the industry to want to connect to her, we've turned this around and said, okay, so what can we do for the industry that's going to be worthwhile for them so that they will connect the home sellers back to Janis? Okay, you with us so far? Because that's kind of complicated. A lot of moving parts in there, but it's important that you understand that this is what a buyer's journey could be like. So, okay, so we've got everything mapped out now. So we're going to this event, a trade show. But what is it? What's the piece of cheese that you're hanging out at the trade show that's going to get real estate people interested?
Well, my first thought, like most businesses, was I had to have a big banner that had my logo and my name and all
and
this
your gorgeous face
and me, and it was all about me and what I can do for you.
Yeah.
But really, Gary helped me see the wisdom, and I balked a little bit at it because his suggestion was to come up with an impactful statement, question statement, that would make them think and offer them a piece of cheese. And no logo, no name, just get them to go to this link in one sentence, focusing on the faster, because that's what the realtors want. They want to sell homes faster, focusing on that to get their attention, to just get them to watch a brief video. So they scan or go to the link or scan the QR code and they go to the video explaining what this is all about.
Okay, so we're going to wordsmith this in a different video. Because we just want to set this up so you understand it. And if you want to see how the wordsmithing works, we'll do that later. But the postcard we basically have says, did you know that handing a single postcard to your sellers, because sellers is the word that they use, you got to match their language in order to communicate with a real estate agent. Did you know that Did you know that handing a single postcard to your sellers can get homes sold faster? Now, this is actually going to be bigger and bolder, right? But if you hand that to a real estate agent, and people have no choice to read when you got something big and bold. There's a certain percentage of people, and it's quite large, they will just automatically read. But you want it very succinct, and it's gotta hit them between the eyes right off the bat. So get homes sold faster is actually red and bold, so it really stands out. So that catches their eye right away. And then it's followed by a link, and we may have a QR code here for those people that are savvy, because QR codes are used quite extensively in the real estate business, so the agents know how to use them. Where does that take them at that point?
At that point, they are going to go to see a video. It's an interview video that Gary and I do together, explaining what the ebook that I'm creating is all about. The ebook is a collaboration by a number of experts in their field, outlining all the steps that a seller needs to have in their head, what they need to take care of to sell their home for more money. And secondary, they want to sell it fast too. But
so we've introduced a piece of cheese here. Sorry we didn't set that up a little bit nicer, but yeah, thank you. So we put a bit of cheese on the table, and that cheese, notice the cheese, number one, has nothing to do with Janis cleaning stuff, right? Nothing to do with that. What the cheese has to do with is how a real estate agent gets a home sold faster. It's a resource for them, right? And
free resource.
It's a free resource, right? So that means that the real estate agent is instantly on board. Somebody's done a whole bunch of work. Think about it. If you were a real estate agent and you're struggling to sell houses, and somebody comes along to you and says, look, I've done a whole bunch of research on how you can get homes sold faster, and I'm going to give it to you right now. All you have to do is follow this link, and it's right there. Boom. Okay. What's the odds that they're not going to follow that?
They'd be crazy not to.
They're crazy not to. Exactly. Right. So now you're seeing how this works, because Janis is not going like, hey, I sell stuff. I clean homes. Like a used car salesman. That doesn't work. Okay. So now we've got the agent in there. Here's where it gets interesting, because here it's all about human nature. When the agent gets access to this information, they are going to have to get the home seller on board, right? So you would think that sending the same card to the home seller, why don't we do that? Well, what's the problem with that?
With different audience.
Different audience. The home seller isn't interested in selling their home faster. The home seller is interested in making more money, right? So we've got a different card that the real estate agent now hands out to their home sellers. So Janis has now got real estate agents on board as advocates for her cleaning business, right? They're handing these cards out, not saying you should get Janis to clean your house. They're going, help us help you make more money. Boom, that's what they want. They want to sell their house for the most money. Do you think that click is going to be irresistible to them?
Well, for sure, because they're going to get access to the realtors look like heroes
Yeah,
because they're offering their clients information free. So, saying this is what you need to do. It's a third-party source, so hopefully they'll pay more attention. They have all the experts in the relative fields.
yeah.
There's about 5 or 6 key areas that people need to be aware of. Whether they do what they do, it's up to them. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've got an amazing resource. It's all put together and it's all free, right? Which most people try and do this, but they miss the mark completely. I want you guys to connect the dots here, because what's happened now is the person who is selling their home, who really needs it cleaned properly by somebody who knows how to clean it, has just been handed a piece of valuable information that says, we're going to put more money in your pocket, follow these instructions. And as they're reading the instructions, who's the freaking hero here? Who's the person that's going to be doing that work? So by the time they get to the end of this, do you think that it's going to enter their mind to call anybody other than Janis? Why am I going to call Molly Maid? They're not in the home cleaning business. Not for real estate. They're not real estate cleaners.
That's what we are.
Boom. This establishes Janis as an expert, right? This is what we're talking about. Thank you, Janis, for letting us use this as an example, right? This is helping everybody connect the dots when you can see this. So you've got those people, and what do they, when they click on that, what do they see?
When the sellers click
Yes.
on that link, they are going to be going to the ebook.
Yeah, but there's another video.
Yes, sorry, there's
There's
another
video. So
Yeah.
Janis again is there
Yeah.
talking as the expert
Right.
on real estate cleaning, but now she's using words that the home seller
Yes.
wants to hear.
They're identifying themselves when I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
So they know,
Or they're
oh,
self-identifying.
I
Yes.
have a home. Yes, I'm selling my home.
Yeah, right.
So they're going to pick up on that.
And Janis talks a little bit about her experience of a home that was expected to take 6 months to sell, and it took
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Because
Yeah.
we staged it and we did everything that we needed to do.
Yeah, right. So now she's talking from the position of authority as well, because she's saying, look, I've done it. I've been there, right? I know what you got to do. I put it all down in paper for you. Follow these steps. Boom, boom, boom. Simple, simple, simple.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to do another video right after this if you want to get into the meat and potatoes of the wordsmithing of the postcards. But this one was just so that our team could see an overview of how these things get put together and how and why they work. Okay, so awesome. Thank you,
Great.
Janis.
You're welcome.